Hi guys, it is Tuesday, my big weigh-in day, and I am down another 1.3 pounds. That's awesome. I'm super happy to see the scale continuing to move. Don't want to be in a plateau, want to keep it going. It's obviously better every week if I can continue to lose. So I'm at 16 pounds, 14 more to go. I'm getting closer to my 30. I'm excited. It feels really good. Last week I talked to you about the changes that I want to make. That this isn't just about dieting and losing weight. This is also about changing my relationship with food and changing my eating behaviors and what I think is good and what maybe isn't good. And the first thing that I did in order to start doing that was tracking my food. And this is kind of funny because MyFitnessPal and these apps and people telling you to track has been out there for a really long time. And I never wanted to do that. I was always like, no, it's such a pain. I don't want to write it down. I don't want to keep track. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like stuck counting calories and doing all this crazy stuff. And I was really resistant to it. And I started to think about that and why? Like, what's so hard about writing down what you're eating or keeping track? I mean, what really is so hard about that? And I realized that I honestly did not want to know what I was eating or consuming, or I didn't want to know. I didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to admit that what I was doing was wrong or wasn't working. And yet the scale continued to go up and up and up and up. So obviously something was wrong. Something was not being accounted for. So I decided, well, the only way I can make changes is if I know what I'm eating and what is happening on a day-to-day basis so that I can adjust and change things as needed. It's totally different to not track anything and just say, okay, I'm gonna go on a diet and then do something completely different, like, cut out all your carbs or go on a shake diet or, start taking pills or whatever. There's 100 things out there, but what are you changing? Because you're just doing something completely different than you were already doing. But then what happens is you lose your weight and then you go back to what you were doing and you never learned how to do it right and to keep it off and to keep the changes in your life continually so that you can sustain and maintain the weight that you want to be. And so it occurred to me, I needed to do that. I needed to start tracking. I needed to start looking at what do I like to eat? What do I eat? How do I feel? Particularly with athletic performance, there's a fine line of like consuming food and how you feel. And if you eat too much, you're not able to work out as good. If you eat too little, you're too tired to work out. So it's a balance game. And the only way you will know what's best for you is if you keep track of it and you log it every single day. I had a great run this weekend with my girlfriend. I haven't really been running that much. It's so hot here in Arizona, so I'm just very sporadic with my running. So I really wasn't expecting a lot. I was maybe hoping to get 8 miles out. And of course, she talked me into 10. And I ran, and I was very diligent about what I ate before and what I ate during, and wow, did I feel great. It was awesome. I mean, it made a huge difference. I haven't been building up my miles, and I ended up getting pretty close to 10 out with her and speeding up at the end. So it's amazing what it can do by knowing and paying attention and making it important to you. Because if you continue to not look at what you're eating and ignore it, you're never going to be able to make real changes. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned here. And that's how I'm going to be able to keep this up and keep, obviously get to the weight that I want to be, but then keep that weight and to feel great the whole time. That's always the most important. So I hope that helps. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this, and I will see you next week.